What's going on, Virgo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an excellent week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Virgo, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. I like that, Virgo. That felt a little fun. I'm with it. But with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Virgo. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. I actually got some new ones coming today, Virgo. I'm excited. And also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching, so definitely check them out, Virgo. I think you'd enjoy them. Let's go ahead and get into your first card here. This is Aquarius has some very interesting cards in this deck. Because you got the fifth card of Aquarius here, which is the Pillory card. And this is kind of a tougher one, Virgo, because this is a card of open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shutdown, caught, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, censure, serving time, and vulnerable. And the energy that's coming through here, Virgo, is public ridicule and mockery. Now, I feel like for some of you, maybe there's this energy of whenever that energy pops up, I feel like it's one of those things where it's like we definitely want to be mindful of how we're coming across to others. It's not that you're necessarily walking on eggshells, but just like being aware of your behavior, Virgo. And if there are some things that are I feel like if there are some things like the best example I can think of right offhand is like, you know how sometimes you go to you may have like an office party, and there may be some drinks there, and then we're having a good old time, Virgo. We're conversing, we're laughing, but then in the merriment we happen to maybe go a little overboard, and then like the next day you kind of feel like you're getting looks, and it's just like, oh, did you see Virgo the other day? I feel like those are the kind of things that we sort of want to watch out for there, Virgo. And I'm even kind of getting this energy of just like, because even for some, there might be this energy of where maybe someone might be kind of pushing your buttons in a sense, and that we may make a scene in public, maybe, like, or maybe find, if it's not necessarily you causing it, Virgo, it might be someone who's trying to get you wrapped up into something where it's just like we're behaving in a way that's like, I feel it can be more so discussed behind like kind of closed doors, as opposed to making this like a whole big thing there, Virgo. But I'm even getting the feeling for some that maybe we have been feeling like the kind of like the butt of everyone's jokes in a sense, like in a like maybe there's this, I don't know, maybe we felt like kind of ostracized from maybe like certain groups, or maybe there's this kind of like kind of like clickiness that's going around maybe in like the office, or maybe even like a certain group of friends have gotten you feeling some sort of way. Very interesting energy here, Virgo. It's like a Five of Swords type of energy, maybe even like a Five of Wands, maybe more like even like a Seven of Wands too. And I feel like if this has been something where if this is like a group of people that might be, and this could even be maybe on like, if we're happen to be on like social media, Virgo, it would be Facebook, or maybe you have like a YouTube or a Discord channel or something, and you've just been, it's like, it's kind of like managing the people, it's a mix. It's like kind of just being aware of how we're sort of presenting ourselves to others, but also if we're noticing that there's this group or something or these energies that keep kind of attacking you, Virgo. Let me get some tarot on this and get some details. Well, it's interesting. Aquarius coming off right off the bat. Oh, and here's that Five of Swords there, Virgo. Interesting. All right, so you have the Star card, the Five of I guess there was up from Five of Wands in there too. Interesting, Virgo. So you have the Star card, the Five of Coins, and the Seven of Cups in reverse, and then we have the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords upright. You got a lot of conflict energy here with the fives. They're usually dealing with challenges, and this could be where it's like for some it's like how it's like maybe for some we're feeling attacked by the opinions of others, or maybe we've been, yeah, I'm not sure if there's like they've been this criticizing energies, and maybe that's led to these energies of like fighting and conflict and arguments, or maybe even judgments, and it's gotten us in this place where it's just like we're kind of feeling out in the cold, maybe kind of feeling alone there, maybe even in the sense of some. I'm getting a sense with the Star card. It's just like that for some that maybe these harsh words or maybe these interactions and things have gotten us to the place where we haven't quite processed that, or we haven't quite healed from that, or there's I even getting this energy that even for some it might be even getting us to this place where we really are taking these kind of ridicules and mockeries to heart and really kind of internalizing them, Virgo. And I feel like that's a tricky thing. I feel like, for your sign in particular, because I feel like Virgo energy is already pretty where it is amazing, Virgo, how you can kind of pinpoint all of the faults in yourself and others and kind of find ways to build that up. But sometimes I feel like when we're in a lower vibration, it turns into more of a self criticism or overly critical. And I feel like with the Seven of Cups, it's almost like our feelings are kind of all over in the place in the sense. We don't want to let this stuff bother us, but maybe it's happened enough that it's like it's this doubting energy here, but I think I'm going to get a little bit more on that Seven of Cups there, Virgo. Thank you. Interesting. All right, Virgo, so the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Emperor and the Three of Wands here. And I feel that with the Emperor here, that for some, because maybe we've been in this energy of we've been kind of like fighting back in a sense, like I was just feeling with this Five of Wands, it's just like the conflicts are still maybe kind of going, whether this be we're actually interacting with these people, or maybe this is even something where it's just like this internal dialogue or internal conflict is still kind of going on there. And I just feel like it's really kind of setting you back there, Virgo. And the Emperor is giving me this energy of not necessarily stepping down and like letting people just get away with this stuff, but I feel like instead of being reactive and being impulsive, because this is the Emperor's Aries energy, I feel like there's a need to kind of take a moment and kind of sit back and reevaluate your game plan here. Maybe this is something where if this has been, if we have, like, let's say, for example, people kind of fighting us on social media, maybe this is something as simple as just like blocking them, instead of entertaining that narrative. And or even if this is something in like maybe like a work environment, maybe this is something where it's like instead of like taking action ourselves, maybe it's like we bring this to management or something along those lines. And maybe, and if I feel, I even kind of getting that maybe even for some we feel like we can't go to that energy, maybe it might even extend a little further there, Virgo. And where I would never tell you to quit your job or anything, I do feel like that sort of like toxic environment, if we don't have where our our leaders, in a sense, don't bring about this justice and, like, kind of help remedy this situation, then we might need to think about looking elsewhere, Virgo, and go where your skills are appreciated, and where, you're amongst groups that, that support you, and that, that all we can all grow together, as opposed to this sort of like kind of high school clicky type of things there, Virgo. All right, something to, a lot to think about with that one. That's always a tough card to come through there, Virgo. Let's get some tea. Let's get some more on this. All right, Virgo. So you have the seventh card of Capricorns here, which is the forked road card. And with this card, this is a card of direction change, options, free will choice, opportunity, alternatives, multiple choice, the moment of truth, crisis, possibilities, turning point, and change in circumstances. And the energy is coming through here, Virgo, is a direction change. And I feel like for some, especially if we're going through something like this, that it may be time for you to kind of shift gears here and, take a different route. Maybe this is something of a maybe for some, I feel like it's like maybe we're even thinking about moving, maybe just like wanting to remove ourselves altogether, just kind of start fresh and kind of start here, start new. And for some, just if this, I feel like that's just if that's sort of like kind of tying in with that ridicule and mockery. But for some others, I do feel like that there is this shift that's wanting to happen, like in just more so in general, that we might feel that again our potential is not being fully realized, and it's just like how can we rise up and kind of make the most of that, take advantage of this energy here. And I almost am feeling this sense of doubt, maybe with the five of coins being here, that maybe we don't have the resources, or it's like maybe even for some it's just like we're getting caught in all the options maybe that we want to become, and it's led to this state of stagnancy, in the sense we're not quite sure how to grow from that, or like it's like this energy of needing to focus, in a sense, on the direction that you want to go. We know that there's a shift, but it's just like that where is I feel like the it's where the trickiness is kind of coming through there. And with the Five of Wands, this can be a card of brainstorming as well. Whereas when you come across that energy of conflict, you want to resolve that. So it's just like now it's like kind of getting the gears turning, maybe sitting down, maybe mapping this thing out and figure out where you're trying to grow, Virgo. But let's get some tarot on this, get some details. It's like a Two of Swords energy stuck there, just kind of maybe going back and forth between some stuff. Ooh, interesting, Virgo. Alright, so you have the World, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Coins here. And I like this because with the Ace of Coins, this is like your divine materials. This is saying you have essentially having all the resources you need. It's just it's planting that seed, and I feel like it's really kind of committing to wherever this change is trying to lead you here. But with the Hierophant, I feel there's this energy of really kind of connecting within and getting in touch. And maybe this is something too. Maybe it's like reaching out to getting some advice, I feel like, from not necessarily like a teacher, but more so like just someone who you trust with, who you feel like has this, usually, has this sound wisdom in order to kind of help you see your world a little bit clearer. This could be a friend, maybe even a family member, or even like getting in touch with like with kind of like your spirit guides there, Virgo. Because I like the star too. The star card gives me this sense of, it's like it's like this girl's like kind of looking up to like her higher self in a sense, looking to the celestial energies there for guidance. And the Hierophant, he's a bridge between the, oh, I think it may be a she in this instance, which I'm with. The Hierophant, she's a bridge, between the spiritual realm and the material realm. And I feel like that's an interesting energy for you, Virgo, as well, because when you think about your opposite sign, Pisces, we can learn a lot from our opposite signs. And I feel like that's where Pisces is learning how to take that powerful spiritual intuitive energy and manifest it in the day-to-day routines, the in this material world. You're meant to tap into that spiritual side of you so that you can manifest a lot more efficiently than you already do, Virgo. And I feel that when you make that connection, then all of the things become clear to you. It's like then you start feeling divinely inspired and divinely guided, and you're able to intuit throughout this world here and figure out where this direction change is trying to lead you and trying to get you to grow. But I am getting this energy of, with this change, that there is going to be some discipline that's going to need to be involved in that, to really again kind of focus and kind of crack down, because the world card is Saturn energy, and Saturn embodies those things. But also too, Virgo, Saturn deals with time as well, and this might be something we may need to be a little patient with. Considering too that the Hierophant Taurus here, Taurus is considered the like one of the more slower moving signs, but he's the fixed Earth sign. That's they have that perseverance, that tenacity, but they're very very abundant as well. And yeah, honestly, if I had to pick a couple energies here to have my Ace of Coins with, this would be the one here, Virgo. That's dope. Yeah, something to think about there, Virgo. All right, let's get your last cards. Thank you. Oh, and speaking of Taurus, so you have the first card of Taurus, which is the Emerald card. Look at you manifesting gems. And with this card, this is a card of healing, fertility, eternity, reflection, humility, sexuality, rare, peace, soul restoration, growth, strong relationship, balance, free flowing love, mature love, and heart chakra. And the energy that's coming through here, Virgo, is the soul restoration. And that's interesting. So maybe for some of you, there may be this energy of needing to, like how I was talking about with Pisces energy there, a need to connect more with that spiritual side of you, Virgo, because I feel like you really are just kind of natural manifestors in this realm. Earth energy is one that it's really attuned to this realm than the other elements. But I feel like your sign in particular, it's one, you're Mercury ruled, so it's like you have that quick mercurial energy as it is, and then you being a mutable sign as well, that being able to adapt and to change. And I feel like that personally, I feel that of the earth signs, I feel like Virgo manifests the fastest of the earth signs, just because you have that Mercury and that mutable aspect at your disposal. But I feel like in order to really, really shine there, Virgo, and to tap into that energy, that potential with the star card being here, to rise up with the Emperor and to manifest whatever the hell you want. There is something that we need to connect with more. And maybe even I'm just feeling with this Five of Swords here, that maybe we were ridiculed for, maybe in the past, of we had certain beliefs, because the Hierophant can be an energy of like traditions and beliefs and religions and spirituality, and maybe in the past we were ridiculed for tapping into that more intuitive side, and however that what looked like, maybe connecting with spirits, God, Buddha, Jesus, however that's looking, the ancestors. And because even looking at this hierophant, this is very, this is like ancient, sort of like ancestral wisdom that she's calling upon. They're talking with animal spirits and connecting with nature, and that might be something too there, Virgo. Taurus energy, I feel like, is one in all the earth signs. I feel like we all can benefit from getting out in the world and getting out in nature and things, but earth signs, I feel like, have a to really get in touch, just get your hands in the dirt. Maybe do some gardening, or just kind of sit on the ground, lie on the ground, or get out in nature, and like allow that to restore your soul, to disconnect from this realm for a little bit, and just get into that sort of dreamy type of headspace there, Virgo. It's very lovely what I'm kind of picturing there, you amongst the trees. But let's get your last tarot cards here. Hmm. Oh, all right. Last little bit here, Virgo. I like this. Oh, so you have the Fool upright here, and then a lot of ruler stuff matching up here. Because then you got the Tower, the Queen of Swords, and then the Nine of Coins in reverse here, Virgo. And let's switch back over. And I was saying with that, with these rulers kind of line up, because you got Mars here, the Tower rules over Aries, the Emperor, the Fool, Uranus rules over Aquarius. Well, one of the moderate. Oh, you got both the rulers here actually, Saturn and Uranus here ruling over Aquarius. And I feel that there's this energy of tapping into this. It feels like there's this energy of needing to shift your foundation in a way here, Virgo, with the Tower popping here. It's like there's this revelation that's kind of coming through, in a sense of like you can take, but I feel like it's one that's gonna happen. This epiphany, this shift, once we start kind of working on ourselves, in a sense. Like, again, tapping into this more intuitive side of you, because Uranus, the Fool, is the higher octave of your ruler, Mercury. And there's a higher mind and a higher energy that I feel like that's needing to be accessed here. It's this energy of like kind of thinking and kind of speaking with your heart, in a sense. I feel like with the Queen of Swords being here, right? Like, or that there hasn't been that. It's like we've been more cerebral, but there's a need to be a little more spiritual there, Virgo. Something that's. Let me get a little bit more on the Queen of Swords here, Virgo. Okay, so the Queen of Coins is clarified by, oh, excuse me, Queen of Coins. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Coins upright, and then the Nine of Cups in reverse. And I feel like this Nine of Coins here is like, just even thinking with the Star card, it's almost just like kind of asking what you wish for, Virgo. What energies do you want to, are you trying to attract towards you? And then I feel like it's like as we get more it's like when you start asking your guides for that kind of guidance, the energies start coming through a lot clearer. The resources start coming to you, and we're able to start manifesting really in a really deeper kind of way here. Like there's a different type of resonance because on this Queen of Coins, she's got this on her on this coin. There's a bee that's on there. And you know, bees are always buzzing and vibrating, and that's why I feel like your manifestation is getting to your it's like you're attracting you're attuning your frequency to attract those energies and things that you need. But and that's interesting to me too. Just one more little thing, Virgo. Just thinking with the Fool here, you know, this is based off the story of the Little Mermaid, and it's like, you know, we've been kind of operating on the. It's like she wanted to go from the sea to the land, and it's just like I almost feel like she was like going from the land to the heavens, you know, in a sense. Like it's that's what I feel like this Fool is giving me there, Virgo. This transcendence in a sense, you know, as you go to maybe do some meditation, walking amongst nature, maybe listening to some healing music or whatever that is, Virgo. I feel like it's hmm. I like that. I think I'm gonna leave that there, Virgo. But if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up and share this, Virgo, because this was an interesting reading. You know, kind of covered a lot of things here, but excuse me. I feel like there's yeah. This if you know someone who's kind of caught up in some sort of weird kind of toxic thing with that public ridicule, and maybe that's even something where this healing is kind of happening from that. You know, maybe we just got out of a situation and trying to figure out what we're doing with this new. Just yeah, share this, Virgo, and then if you haven't already, there you Hyro fans, subscribe, hit that bell button, get notified when I release videos each week. And then lastly, if you have any Cancer in your placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the chair again, friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. Let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here. And there's that Seven of Wands there, Virgo. We're talking about that. And I feel like with this, you know, always, but make sure to protect your energies. You know, there's been a little bit of that kind of going around here, kind of on and off with certain signs, and yeah, just make sure to just protect your energies from any sort of like ridicules and things or any sort of like insults, and try not to get wrapped up in those like lower vibrations. You know, as you can help it there, Virgo, and I'm even sort of getting with this energy that there's this it's like there's this hard work that's getting ready to happen here, Virgo, with this change, whether this be getting in touch with your spirituality, navigating this perspective change, and just to really be kind to yourself as you're trying to navigate this, you know, through this stuff. You know, you might come across some challenges along the way, but they're necessary for the growth there, Virgo. But let me get your oracle card here so I can get you out of here. Interesting, Virgo. All right, so you got the 11th card here, which is the buy the book card. And that's interesting too, because 11 is a very spiritual number. You know, it's a very one of the master numbers, and I feel like that for some, it's like maybe we've been doing things a little structured or maybe kind of by the book, and there's a need to again kind of like really kind of think outside of the box a little bit, you know, and yeah, that's yeah, just kind of yeah, shaking. Yeah, there's this. It's really kind of I feel like digging into that mutable side of you, and it's because it's like maybe for some it's like we were even told that like how I was talking about that earlier felt like maybe we were criticized for doing the things a certain way and it didn't make sense, it wasn't by the book, it wasn't conventional. But even considering too how you got the both rulers of Aquarius and having all that energies lined up there, and even like the energies with Aries here, you know, in Mars, it's like there's a need to just kind of rise up and do your own type of thing and do it the way that you want to do, you know. It's very interesting there, Virgo, and I like that. So I'm gonna leave that there. But you stay safe out there, Virgo. All this, you know, ridicules and criticizings and spiritual healing and direction changes. Just got a new chapter. I feel like it's getting ready to come here soon. Cause I like that. Even think about that going from the world to the full. You ready to start something fresh there, Virgo? You raise your vibration to the roof. Yeah, do some self care. You know, if we especially been feeling kind of mentally attacked or just been kind of drained as of late and just got a lot on your plate, just take time to make sure you're resting up there, Virgo. And I will catch you on on the next one. Excuse me. Later.